Welcome again to another tutorial about an awesome feature in Prism. Today I would like to talk to you about blinking images. As you know, in astrophotography we take a lot of images of the same object, but sometimes one wonders, is there anything else in there aside from my galaxy or nebula and so on and so forth? Minor planets come to mind. Asteroids mainly and comets. Typically they're based between Mars and Jupiter, and they have a circular or elliptical orbit, and we know of a lot of them. If we open the sky chart and display the asteroids, you'll see what I'm talking about. Let's display the general view, and let's display the asteroids. There are a total of more than 740,000 asteroids that are cataloged. Let's go to General, Display, and let's even display their names. Look what happens. These are all the asteroids that we know of. And if we go south, you'll realize that they're based around more or less around the ecliptic, which is this green line. All right, let's take them out and go blink show you how to blink the images. Let's lower this. I'm going to open an image. I tried to image asteroid Lilith last night, and I put in close to 3 hours at 5-minute exposures with a Canon T3 modded DSLR and a 10-inch RC, GSO RC. So it's fairly good setup, fairly accessible setup as well. When you look at this, there's no way to find out which one is which, but with blinking images it becomes rather easy. So let's open, say, the first 5 images. Now, it's super easy in Prism. We'll go to Image Display, Blink Images. Now, it would like to give us 500 milliseconds, which is half a second. Set all images to the same contrast and luminosity. Prism will make all the same luminosity and contrast, so they kind of look the same. So it's easy to focus on the objects moving in the background. Stellar registration. It's going to move the images so that the star locations match. This will make it easy to not focus on the moving stars and focus on just moving objects aside from stars. Let's press OK. And let's choose the images here, or we can press Select All. Press OK. And it will start by registering and translating the images to match the first image, which is the reference. So here we go, DYDX, shift. I'll do the same thing for the third image and so on. This is the blink tool. So the images are aligned. As you can see them, the stars are not moving. You see the background move because there's differences between them. All our images are up here. You can activate and deactivate each one. You can zoom in and out. If you want, you can use the space bar to move between images manually. At the bottom is information about the images, and down here is a magnifier. So let's press go and let it do that for us. Here we go, we're blinking again. So the purpose here is to try and identify objects that are moving. They're not stars. Stars should not move. And this is a good indicator of an asteroid or comet. So if we look hard enough here, you should start spotting some objects. Here's the first one, right here, right underneath this bright star. This is a more manual way of doing things. There are more advanced functions in Prism that will do this at an extreme level of accuracy, and you can automate and identify these objects for you automatically. One thing to also note is that these images are pre-processed, so the master bias, dark and flats are removed, which gives us cleaner data. From time to time you'll find hot pixels that pop up like this one over here, and these are not what we're looking for. Here's one. Here's a bright one right here. That is an asteroid. And you can go through your images like this to identify which ones are moving. This is the fun side of astronomy. Using your gear to identify minor planets like this one over here. This is another asteroid. So to confirm that these are actual asteroids, we can use a really simple tool in Prism to actually confirm that what we've seen are asteroids. One other way of doing this is to use a sky chart. Let's open the image number 5. Let's plate solve it real fast. Control U. Press OK. Prism will plate solve this image so you can get astrometric data about the objects in it. Here we go. And you open the sky chart and you right click anywhere, and then you do data connect, merge image into a sky map. Yes. Since it is solved, it's fairly easy to embed. Here we go. It is embedded in the sky chart. What we can do as well is tell it to map set to header, date, and place of the image. Let's do this. It's going to take the time and date data from the image and set it so that the sky chart matches. Press yes. Here we go. So it's set to when the image was taken last night. So if you go here and display the asteroids, you will see that there are plenty in that image that we blinked not too long ago. I hope this helps. I hope this showed you an easy way to check for minor planets in your images. Most of your images that are of deep sky objects are going to contain minor planets. You have higher of a chance of finding such things in your images if you're around the ecliptic. I will demonstrate more advanced functions to automatically find these objects in Prism, and stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching again. Take care.